smart cities, which I'm certain that they will at some point. Y'all are staying?
What's a smart city fully in town?
Basically, like the city is gonna be encased, and then everything outside of the city
Like
is
in an
almost
electromagnetic field kind of shit?
kind of like TV shit. They've been kind of giving us a preview of where we going. So what they saying is
It's
that
a lot more than
they
just
saying that the social elite are basically out here buying up all of the regular land. Like Bill Gates is probably the biggest landowner in the country now.
Oprah just bought like
They just buying a bunch of farmland and just land that other people would look at as being useless. But if you have a certain group of people that own 70, 80% of the uninhabited land, they're going to force people to come into the certain land. You get what I'm saying? Now you fuck. You got to live under our confines.
Well, to answer your question, I would not want to live in a city where it's
None of it.
constant surveillance to that extreme.
I'm about to say we're living in constant
Yeah, we
surveillance.
are.
that's what
Yeah.
smart city
But
means.
social ID, you're going to have like the social ID. They got the airports now where they reading your fucking your eyes and all.
Yeah.
Nigga,
And SMART is an acronym
Yes.
for surveillance, monitoring, analysis, reporting technology. But my next question is, if this happens in the next 5 years, what is your alternative?
Get down and lay down.
Move somewhere stupid.
Yeah.
Second world country,
Well,
yeah.
I don't think there will be, really. I don't think there will be anywhere.
You're not going to have many options.
Digital surveillance precincts with so-called smart city programs being rolled out across the country. Invasive technology such as facial recognition cameras, license plate readers, smart lights, smart poles, smart cars, smart neighbourhoods, smart homes and smart appliances, all connected to wireless networks and communicating with each other. So what's wrong with that? Technology is good, isn't it? All this is for your safety, security and convenience, isn't it? Well, let me tell you, your streets are spying on you, your mobile phone is spying on you, your cities are spying on you, and the infrastructure for future lockdowns is being put into place right now. Don't be fooled. You're being set up to be tracked through your movements and through the future of your digital wallets. By handing over your data, you're handing over the ability to monitor your behaviour, which will soon be turned into a social credit score. And once the central bank digital currencies are in place, you won't get to spend your money without approval. Digital ID will soon become a reality in Australia. Many other countries are already rolling these systems out, countries like Canada, Scotland and many others. Eventually, you won't be able to access any government or public services, and you won't be able to travel across borders or access healthcare or the internet without a digital ID. Think you won't comply? I think you will. The last 2 years were the dress rehearsal and we fell for it hook, line and sinker. Australians are sleepwalking into this technocratic future. And while we're sitting around scratching our chins trying to work out whether this is really happening, Australia is drifting towards a dystopian digital future.
Please deposit 1 month. Please deposit 2 months.
There are more of these than I remember. That was a year.
Welcome to New Greenwich. What are you really doing here?
I'm gonna take them for everything they've got. Might make them pay.
Our lives have changed so dramatically in the first 20 years of this millennium. But what will our domestic life in 2030 look like? What smart devices will be at the heart of our homes? And with assistive tech supporting us in our daily tasks, will there come a time when we never need to leave the house? We hear hear of things like the Internet of Things informing the stocking of our fridges and freezers, but this is hiding the real story of how we'll adopt such smart technologies. We've already invited extraordinary machine learning devices into our homes. 22% of UK households have one or more smart speakers, while the number of IoT-connected devices worldwide is projected to almost triple to 30.9 billion units by 2025. Yes, most of us only use an Alexa or Google Nest to listen to music, the radio, or play silly jokes with. But behind the scenes, big tech aims to make these products central to how our homes run.
So the companies behind smart speakers, or they're called now digital assistants, are actually trying to transform them. So they're not digital assistants anymore, but more sort of household managers or household brains that actually can control a whole network of other devices inside your home. The likes of Apple and Amazon are trying to integrate their smart devices so they work with automatic hoovers that will basically work on their own. They'll map out the inside of your home. Now, whoever is in charge of household chores is going to be totally liberated from having to do that, because they won't have to spend hours hoovering. They'll just be able to get an automatic vacuum to do it instead. That will mean a big change for a lot of people. NVIDIA are basically working on developing this sort of quite large, giant robot arm that will live in your kitchen. It can help you open drawers, it can put things away, so it will map out where everything lives in your kitchen, and the idea will probably be that it can tidy up after you, or it can even do the cooking and then tidy up. That would mean you probably wouldn't even have to be in your kitchen. It might just serve food out of a kind of porthole that you never have to even enter, and obviously that would transform everybody's houses.
In the future, this sensor-led technology will likely be built right into the structures of our homes. Smart modular housing developments are starting to emerge as the viable, planet-friendly option for home buyers and construction firms alike.
So I guess the real advantage with smart homes is they'll be able to monitor everything. So they'll be able to monitor how much energy you're using, how much water you're using, and that sort of ability to essentially put sensors around your kind of everyday tasks. That will mean you'll be able to see where am I wasting energy and water, and then you'll be able to take steps to combat that. I mean, that could have a big impact on Britain trying to meet its net zero targets.
But this is just the beginning. Smart technology is beginning to reshape the way in which entire cities are inhabited. Around the world, cities are deploying sensors to track footfall, litter, and air pollution.
While we're seeing smart homes kind of making leaps and bounds at the moment, I think somewhere where it's actually kind of a bit more advanced is also smart cities. Councils have really noticed the potential here. Smart homes and smart cities are going to be integrated into the future, and that's going to make big changes.
In Sunderland, bins fitted with sensors can tell the council when they're full. And in China, sensors combined with facial recognition can detect individuals who are jaywalking and display their faces on screens to shame them. And intelligent tech is beginning to shape the way we may shop IRL in the future. In early 2021, Amazon opened its first high street supermarket in West London. Based on its successful rollout in the US, this shop uses advanced sensor technology to track the contents of your actual in-store shopping basket in real time, updating your account spending as you shop and billing you once you've left the store.
I think definitely Amazon wants it to be a high street revolution, and one of the reasons that they're creating this supermarket, and they've also just opened a new hair salon in London. This is not just so Amazon can use the technology, but it's so it can sell it to other people. I'm sure in the very near distance we'll see kind of those big supermarket chains also experimenting or integrating it into their own stores.
In the